今日皆を招いたのはとある重要なこと、すでに知っている人もいると思うけど、近々
軍玉閣を再建。
確かにそういった噂を。
軍玉閣は行幸様にとって特別。
行幸様、俺らに手伝。
そう慌てないでちょうだい。数日前、この差し当たり手元に現状すでに立地の選定は終わったわ。その3つが名家不条石、戦機革新、そして戦火呪符。
その僭越ながら申し上げますが、
名家という名は十分な大きさの不浄の石に与えられるわ。これは軍戦火呪符は機械装置と仙人の砲術を結び、3つとも希少な素材ではあるけど、あなたでも兵は神速を尊ぶもの。何よりも効率が大事よ。もちろんどのような質問にも答えるわ。
先ほどの品々を見つけ出すのは至難の業。
その価値は計り知れないものになる。
ついてるぞ。つい最近
俺たちも生きとし。
軍玉閣の再建か。
先ほどの話、あなたたちも聞いていたようね。どうかしら。この私が知っていることであれば何でも。
本当か？その秘密が分かれば、おいらたち
もちろん教えることは可能。軍玉閣の再建に使われる土地はかなり広大なもの。今回黄金屋の近くにある私は別件があるから、あなたたちそうめったにない機会よ。あまり。
行幸ってやっぱ忙しそうだ。とりあえず玉境内を離れてって
姉ちゃん、随分と優雅な佇まいだな。それに気品もある。俺ら再建に必要な素材の情報を持ってるんだ。
必要ない。
さあ言うなって。俺、おいぼさっとすんな。
はい。
Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out. They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run. Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some more.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to...
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that...
Come on, ma'am. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you.
I won't...
No more excuses! Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo, then Shinyu at kiosk, then Wanmin restaurant. Same story each. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a...
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone, but here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, some things...
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything.
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this?
Silence! How dare you threaten
No, don't be it.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is, well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect...
You can't do that. This is Lila Harbor.
laws. No,
Really? So,
that would be my stomach growling.
she's so on. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering. Then of course you're still hungry.
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These,
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. After all, you can't... Where does she fit in with the other Adepti, though? Paimon's super curious.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go.
Thank you.
She's
My hunger has now abated. Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance.
So, how come you chow down on... If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest...
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food, sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste?
Return to the mountains.
Enough about me. What are your plans?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! And now we're probably super
I see. I heard something about the contest.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any... Were you interested in the contest?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now...
Wow! But having an adept is how...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bet...
I am not sure whether or to what extent this... We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead...
Veto! That is not acceptable!
Really? But I hear that competition...
Look, we want to win this competition. Sunset Vermilion Night, Wonder Course, and a...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So,
Baishu? What are you doing out...
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at...
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang...
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short...
No, we've got other stuff to do. What?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some as far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of.
Okay then, let's go ask at the... Thanks, Baishu.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're...
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your voice?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's... Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to...
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Matt.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue...
Understood, Master Xingqiu.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today.
Xingqiu, have you...
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady...
As well?
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction. And a lot of At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case...
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one.
But with that...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you...
Who?
Oh, Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone... According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location... Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode.
That's great! But wouldn't it be a little...
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded.
Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before.
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of... Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters after being abandoned.
Okay, we will be. Thanks, Xingqiu. Let's see. Xingqiu said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have...
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there? Ha! The Sealy got... What? Weren't we at a... Oh, so many clouds.
I believe this is the abode. With any luck, the sunset vermilion.
Really? Let Paimon see. Huh? Look, it's... And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees...
These are not real clouds. They are the product. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism.
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place.
Obey!
Drop!
Unleash!
Manifest! Transfiguration!
Starball! Nice and spike!
Obey!
Drop!
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Starfall!
Cryo Incarnate! Manifest! The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance. It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Obey! Do your master's bidding!
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
By ordinance divine.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Drop! Shake! Starfall! Get them!
Unleash!
Ow! Off we
Starfall! Eat this!
Going in!
Steady as stone, as a dutiful maid would.
Manifest!
Cryo incarnate! Teamwork is dreamwork! Ha! Ja! Ha! Ja!
Look, over there! Could that be the sunset vermilionite?
Xia! Unleash!
Is this it? Is this? It's so huge! That's true, but
Prostrate doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinaries. Only after being activated does prostrate reveal its true nature. Right?
wow, Shenhe.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time, I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't.
Hold on a sec. Paimon, if we activate it here, there's no. But if we don't activate it, how else are we?
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure?
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a prostrate sample this large must my safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and every. You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects.
Is it now? I'll go on ahead with the prostrate. Let's.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Huh. Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the building site.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself?
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply I'm going to award you full marks for this.
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people.
Shenhe! And Ningguang's little helper!
Ah, so you're the ones behind, but I have to correct you on one point.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of—
In truth, it is the finest piece of— If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to— Now, please excuse me.
Shenhe! Shenhe! Just now on the way—
Oh.
What kind of reaction is that? So whenever Paimon gets praised—
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty—
But I am not...
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use.
No need. I simply...
You can't do that. It's When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down and then...
Okay.
Great! Now we're talking. Starfall!
Hi there. Checking in, are we? Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people. So business is booming for me today. Very few vacant.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should... Here are your keys? All right.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon, let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack.
All right. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? Let's go and say hi.
One trusts you have met Shenhe.
So far, so good.
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor.
Cool. So, calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon...
Her Adeptus name. Why... On this latter point...
Oh, right. Wait, what? Paimon neither. This is a...
Do you mean to say that she...
Well, to start with...
Ah, yes. She was like this all the... One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a... Inside was Shenhe. Then aged around 6 years old.
That sounds...
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also one dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradual.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why would...
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced her fair share of this. Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making... However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, the red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her... It is only by fate that people's paths may cross.
Oh, now Paimon gets it.
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth, Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the... If she handles it admirably. Let us conclude our conversation here for today.
Hey! So, Shenhe...
Master has relayed my situation to you.
Oh?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going. I was worried that something may have happened to you. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this. After all, Master is...
Sorry, Shenhua. Paimon...
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner. Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, for this, I am...
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real Adepti. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. What?
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on... But before we do that, let's go to... After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be... Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the... but...
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beto! And hey!
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases before we find some suitable plastrite. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready...
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment. I'll be right... The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the...
Beto? You're joining the Jade Chamber?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of...
Huh. So even though it's rare...
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is...
Shenhua. I am their... friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow...
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first... To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest.
Wow.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but...
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help her.
In that case, Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3... Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure...
Sounds great.
The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't. How'd I do?
Precisely.
Huh.
Okay then. All right. I'll go first. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make.
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmonger.
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever... I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you...
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera.
Ooh, what's the opera?
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based... It's called... Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if...
Of course I have.
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some...
Yunjin? Stage use? Sorry. My brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hand. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. The types of ore needed to make wonder cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself.
No, we were gonna...
Sure. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her star splinter iron from the Mount Tianheng area. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Sabros, I'm really not sure. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for star splinter iron.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation, I hear the view there is quite spectacular. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not... I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at the... No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here.
The divine damsel of devastation is your upcoming up. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming...
Cool. A hero?
The legend first arose in this area. It is said in that village, there was a loving couple who were complete. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, if you...
What a nasty piece of work!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster...
No! Don't do it, little girl!
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little... I'm not sure she deserves all the
I've never... Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intent...
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's... There should be enough star splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Sabrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Huh. He didn't seem...
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you have...
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. This place is deserted now.
Huh? You know...
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention toward...
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this... Drop!
Huh. What's this? So, now that I think about it, she does behave rather... So that's why I've been getting the strangest... According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera, and she didn't volunteer. She... Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. Oh, it looks... So it seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. The villagers moved away in fear, without ever learning. Still, I do wonder what the connection...
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there. So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south. Let's go back and tell Shenhe.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired... I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I bring flowers back here every year.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another... There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his...
Do you still...
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red rope. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my...
It must have been so tough for you, huh?
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. I'll tell you more about the old...
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look. This tells us how to find Subrosium.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk just now. In the village, we found your father's...
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is
It's okay. My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is... So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up, but I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will...
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just have...
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. But these things can be unpredictable. Only a single mountain lies between. If things get out of control, I will
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Paimon's curious if Beto's made any progress. Starfall!
Oh. Good.
So,
This is some top quality ore you found. Guess now it's my time.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a one-
Leave the wonder course to me. I'll work on it, don't worry.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next.
I'll sort that out.
Oh?
Yes. I have been training with... When we first met, I told you I came for... In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come-
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your...
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects...
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there. Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. I hereby announce that the winners of this material...
What? It's over already?
So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to...
Huh? Where's Beto?
Captain Beto has some business to attend to.
All right then. Guess we'll head up. This has been a long time coming.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert the construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Thank you all for your work.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your...
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if the Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city?
Thank you, Lady Ningguang.
You're quite welcome.
Oh, a traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your brother.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connection. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an...
Wow.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, so I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just... No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a quick...
Me?
Yes, this is a group...
Thank you. But I don't have anything.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime...
Yeah, just don't waste it.
Lady Ningguang, do you think...
Now that is an interesting... Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as... So, the key is whether or not you yourself can... Yes. To become fond of a place. To feel perhaps someone you've met or something you've experienced here. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your...
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I'm... Ningguang, don't forget, it's not gonna be easy to deal with.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound...
Glad to hear it. Watch your back.
Beidou, Ningguang...
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform. At that time, I dreamed that one day... My wish has not changed to this very day. However, I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the... And I hope that you can all witness it. Let the Ascension ceremony commence! Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No.
Huh?
In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk!
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too! Drop! Nice and spicy!
Transfiguration!
Leave it all to me. I'm going in! Starball! Yeah, shake! Ha! Boba, get them! You're toast!
Manifest!
I must leave. As a good knight should.
Adventure time! Unleash! Take your true form!
Starball!
Manifest!
Teamwork is strength! She's getting away! Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable. I'm just a little exhausted. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water.
Good. Safely averted.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyan Stone Forest and the...
Thank you.
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, Our losses, of course, we owe huge thanks to this young on behalf of the entire Millilith.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's I wasn't trying to be a hero, though.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've...
You wish to hear one's opinion.
That I do not deny. However, if it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong ballista. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during...
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will...
Shenhe. Hopefully this trip...
Yes. I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, in fact, one has many
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when we must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has...
Wow! It's Paimon's first time attending a big...
All of you here are my distinguished... Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I hear she's going to perform the Divine Damsel of Devastation today.
Hey! Look! Miss Yun...
神女披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。知道为民人不是，自有知音和情思，功名烈烈见了心，只知不操心。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠， 孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
It was beautiful.
It was wonderful. Also,
you're welcome. Thanks to you, the play has an ending, but life goes on.
Thank you.
Misión. Here you are. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? Let me pull up a chair, all right.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone.
Uh-oh, this feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm...